Hello and good morning to you on this 21st of June 2023. My name is Anthony Altman and this is the summer equinox. I got confused between solstice and equinox. This video is entitled "The Biggest and Worst Enemy of Mankind." And it may not be what you think it is. Unfortunately, during this particular time in the evolution of humanity, it seems as if we as a people, as a humanity, are experiencing incredibly destructive forces that threaten to destroy us, that are completely existential. And every day there's something in the news about conflict, war, illnesses, diseases, viruses, bacteria, vaccines, air pollution, air contamination, and the list is so long that it is becoming almost untenable. In fact, it is already untenable. When you look at the news, there seems to be two main groups of people: those who know the truth and those who believe the lies and do not want to know the truth. Now, how do you differentiate the difference between the truth and lies? This is an interesting question, and I honestly feel and encourage, inspire and motivate everybody to ask more questions, because the biggest and the worst and the most devastating enemy to the continued existence of humanity is not the perceived evil out there, the people who do terrible things, the greedy, the violent, the warmongers, the controllers. It's none of them. It is ignorance. The greatest, the worst, and the most devastating enemy of humankind that threatens our very existence is ignorance, not knowing the truth. And this is the responsibility that is placed firmly on the shoulders of each one of the 8 billion people on this planet, including children. In fact, children up until the age of 3 and 4 know the truth, because they are still connected to the source from whence they came, but they are being rapidly programmed by ignorant parents, an ignorant school system, an ignorant social system that just doesn't know what the truth is. And they program their children to believe what they believe, and they will not waver. Now, I may be expressing generalities here, and it's very difficult in a short video to go into specifics, other than to say to you that there is only one truth, and that truth is embodied in that quantum field known as the unified quantum field of all that is, which is consciousness. Most people don't even know what consciousness is. And of those people, most of those people don't even want to know what consciousness is. So I implore you, find out what consciousness is, and you can acquire my book at the moment. I am giving my books away free. When my website actually is goes live, becomes operational. And down below in the comment section, just above, there is a synopsis that I have written about this video. You will see the website that will be actually operational, properly completed in a week or so. At the moment, you can still see it, but it's not complete. It's not ready yet. It doesn't have everything. It certainly doesn't have all the videos, but I'm getting there. I'm really doing the best I can, and I have a most wonderful person who's helping me build the website. It's all about providing information, inspiration, and motivation so that you, the people, will start asking questions in order to know what the truth is. Now, what is truth? Well, guess what? There is only one truth. But on the road to knowing that one truth, individuals are required to have that level of consciousness, that level of conscious awareness, to be able to differentiate that one truth from all the lies and deception that abounds. Now, before or until we are able to be in that position, which is the process of becoming enlightened. I will explain a little bit more about that in a moment if I can remember. There's so much to say. Until we arrive at that point where we are able to cognize the difference between truth and non-truth, we are to develop ourselves, improve ourselves, and cultivate the ability within ourselves to at least investigate and ask questions, research, and then choose and decide for ourselves what we believe that truth is in that given moment. Now, you may think that this is logical, why am I saying something that's so apparent? Well, it's logical, but it's not actually happening. The average person in the street doesn't do this, and the reason is they don't know, and many of them don't want to know, and they want other people to tell them what to do and what to believe and what the truth is, and whatever they're told they believe. And these people, until they are able to change that approach, that attitude, that perception, they're lost in this lifetime. And they will reincarnate in another lifetime in order to learn the lesson they did not learn. And that is to learn what the truth is, or to learn how to use the ability that we have, develop the ability we have to differentiate the difference between truth and non-truth, fiction. So what can you do? There are so many things that you can do. The first thing that comes to mind is meditation. People think they know how to meditate, but they don't. And I have been meditating according to the Transcendental Meditation technique for now since 1971. I have also learned two other Kriya Yoga meditating techniques. I've also done the Vipassana 10 days in silence Buddha mindfulness type meditation, and I have availed myself of as much information as I can when I was studying the Vedas, and I was into yoga and various other forms of meditation. Whatever was available I was interested in open, so I learned a lot. And I do believe that I have a pretty good understanding what meditation is and what it is not. And I wrote a book called Meditation. And you can get this free until it changes, probably until the 1st of December, when my website is ready. I'm still at the moment installing a means whereby you can order the book and the book is sent to you without payment. And this is because even our financial system is falling apart. And I want everybody to be able to at least have access to this information without the requirement of payment. Certainly international payment, credit cards, which the majority of people on this planet just do not have. The people in India, the people in, there are millions of people in India, hundreds of millions of people in India who do not have credit cards. There are hundreds of millions of people in Africa, which has a population of 1.6 billion people, who do not have credit cards, who do not even have a bank account. And how will they get my book? They speak English. So I'm offering the books free. And I'm happy to do that because this information is important to get out there. And I'm not the only one writing these books or presenting this information. There are many, many more people other than me. And I'm just one of many messengers. I'm a spiritual postman. I've written many books, many articles, and made videos. I'm making these videos now. Incidentally, the video that I made a few days ago, let me see, a week ago, the 16th of June, I believe it was, I looked ill. And I did say that I felt as if I was straddling two worlds because we're in the process of shifting our frequencies, and that's another video, another book, another discussion. But in actual fact, I was developing strep throat. And for the following 4 days, I was very ill. And I would like to tell you that I don't go to the doctor. I learn what's going on. I learn how to diagnose, and I learn how to apply my own remedies, which I did. And fortunately, I'm interested in Ayurveda. And Ayurveda is probably one of the greatest medical sciences that we know, that perhaps the majority of people on this planet are yet to learn. And I cured myself. I did not take antibiotics. I did not take any of those drugs that I don't trust. I don't trust the medical profession. Certainly not after what occurred the last three years. And the reason I'm saying that is because I'm following up on the statistics that are now presenting themselves, and there are more people dying now who had the jabs. 80% in, let me see, United Kingdom, Israel. 80% of all deaths now that are related to that condition we've had for the last 3 years. I don't wish to mention the name for obvious reasons, because this video will be removed, censored, another interesting obstacle we have to get over. And let's see, 80% of all deaths of that kind are fully jabbed people. Fully jabbed people. Now, I implore you to go and do and make your own research and find out, because too many people have buried their heads in the sand and they don't want to know. Ignorance is the greatest, the worst, the most detrimental, the most devastating enemy, more so than any other external source. Substitute your ignorance for knowledge, for wisdom, your entire life will change immediately. How to acquire that knowledge and wisdom, that may take you a little bit of time. But you could start by reading, by listening, by being open-minded and making your own choice. The problem with most people is they've given up their sovereignty and they've allowed themselves to be enslaved to think how they are told to think, and they have no personal opinion because they are just quoting chapter and verse what they're told to quote. It's time for the people of this planet to wake up and start exercising their own sovereignty and make choices and decisions by themselves, for themselves, of themselves, that can help their families as well. I personally would rather make a choice and be wrong and blame myself than listen to a person, to somebody else who is wrong, and then blame them. I'd rather take that responsibility myself. So why don't you join me? Let's develop more of our sovereignty. let's develop more of our consciousness. And if you are not sure what I'm talking about, then go to my website, and certainly in a week or so from today's date, which is the 21st of June, summer solstice, not equinox. I get confused. And you will be able to contact me on the contact page, and you'll be able to ask me. And I will tell you what I know, and I refer to other people. There are many more people who know different things, more things, less things, whatever. We're all in it together. We're here to help each other. So take advantage of this. Develop your potential and be the most wonderful, sovereign, beautiful, powerful, individual, healthy, well, wise. And let us build a golden age. For God's sake, let us build a golden age and stop all this nonsense that's been going on for the last few centuries, even millennia. If you look at history, today is no different. The only difference is we have a cell phone. Thank you for listening, and know that when you wake up, and more people wake up, and more people wake up, we have the power to build a golden age for what they say, at least 1,000 years. How wonderful. A legacy for our children, our great-grandchildren, and all that who come after us. Thank you for listening. See you next time.